Hi, good morning, everyone. And trust we all are good. It's a beautiful Thursday and the first Thursday of the first national CDS meeting. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has made out time to be here. It's indeed a very good one, and we are glad to see you once again in our midst. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for 2024 and 2025 is here. If you know you're happy to be here, please can you populate the chat box by saying you're here. Can you just tell us the state you're joining us from? Yes, Mr. Mayawa, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please just tell us the state you're joining us from, and you're looking beautiful without seeing you. Oh, or your state president is already on the call. Thank you so much. We can see Amarachi from Bauchi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is actually a very good one, a beautiful one. Thank you for showing up. Ocean State is populated here. Wow, 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 wow. We are my Lagos people. We are my FCT people. We are my Benue people. Come on, come on. Kaduna is also represented here. That's cool. We are my where are my Oyo, Uyo, Akwa Ibom? The rest of us, where are we? Where are we? Just represent your state, rep your state. Let's know where you're coming from, right? And thank you for also make Bauchi is here. Thank you, thank you. Beautiful. I can see Chibuke from Bauchi. Thank you so much. Let's get our guys. Let's turn up. Let's turn up. Ekiti is also here. Damaturu all the way from Damaturu. Yeah, 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 yeah. Beautiful. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. I like what I'm seeing already. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And I think you wouldn't want to miss this session today. You wouldn't really want to miss this session today. Wherever you're joining from, please jump into the WhatsApp group of your colleagues and let them know that the National CDS meeting has started. It is very, very important that we start the year with the digital skills. And we have put up this National CDS meeting, which no other CDS does. But because we are here to make sure that yeah, we want to say thank you once again, everyone, for being on the call. Without further ado, we'll be having two distinguished speakers. And the first speaker will be coming to dive into the topic. I know you all know the topic and you don't want to just paraphrase on the topic, but you know the topic. And if you know the topic, can you populate the chat box? Let me see if you know the topic. The topic for today. The topic for today. Very, very, very important topic. If you know the topic, ladies and gentlemen, can you populate the chat box? Let's know if you know the topic. I'm not seeing response yet. The topic for today. Oh, I'm seeing Benue State represented here. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Yobe is also represented. Give us a here. All right, we're talking about the topic for today. You know the topic for today, please. Okay. Since I'm still waiting for you to tell us the topic, we have the topic called Skills Brings Engine. How to identify and acquire the most important digital skills for you in 2025. How to acquire and how to identify and acquire the most important digital skills for you in 2025. How do you want to identify? How do you want to acquire the most important digital skills for you in 2025? 2025 is already here, and it's very important that you set goals. 2025 is already here, and it's very important that you have a direction. 2025 is already here, and it's very important that you have a focus. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to go deep into the conversation already, but because we need to start with the NYSC anthem, please, ladies and gentlemen, I would want us to sing the NYSC anthem. NYSC anthem. Because I'm the only one that is up here right now. I'm going to say from the count of 1, 2, 3, we start the NYSC anthem. if you're ready, please tell me. Sing it together. If you're ready, just tell me so we know we sing it together. Right? Taraba is also represented here. So if you're ready, let me know so we can start the NYSC anthem. On the count of 3, we all sing the NYSC anthem. 1, 2, go. You obey, declare your call. Let us see our nation high under the sun and in the rain. With dedication and selflessness, Nigeria's our Nigeria. Please, if you know that national anthem, that NYSC anthem, you know it in your feet. Please, can you put your hands together for yourself? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Very quickly, we have the first facilitator on the call. We want to say thank you to all our facilitators for making our time to be here. It is actually a privilege to have you all on the call. We don't take it for granted. Director of MindtheGap. Director. We want to actually take this moment to appreciate the executive director of MindtheGap and for putting out this vision and to make it happen. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please can we welcome Mr. Udemelbong ACN. Please, can we put our hands together? Can we celebrate him? Can we welcome him as he takes us on the first and the main topic, which is talking about identifying, right, and acquiring a skill for 2025.
All right. Thank you, Maiwa. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope you're fine. It's good to meet you. And if you are seeing my face for the first time, hi. You are seeing me for the 20th time or the 100th time. Hi. I hope you're fine. I hope you're good. And your year is starting off well. Yeah. Okay, so I found out that we are all joining from across the country, but I would love to know who is in the house. All right. So what I mean there is, I understand you all are core members, but I want to know if you are a business owner, first off, or you are just a skill hunter, like I will call you. So which one are you? Have you started a business yet? What I mean by business for your level doesn't necessarily need to be a registered big stuff. If you are doing something on the side, selling something on WhatsApp or anything, all right? So just let me know in the chats. My eyes are constantly there. I can see you, Godwin from Bauchi, Paul from Benue, Amina from Adamawa, Umar from Jigawa. I hope you guys are fine over there. Raymond from Benue State. Okay, please let me know. Are you in the business class or you are a complete skill hunter? Complete skill hunter, let me know. Admin virtual assistant. Okay, nice to meet you. Precious is a skill hunter. Blessing and Etia is a business owner. Nice to meet you, Blessing. Baba dear. That should be my sister. Hi, Godwin from Employable. Okay, affiliate marketing. Okay, I can see many Employable people here. Okay, please keep it coming. I want to be sure. Forex trader. Okay, I see you. Maureen, skill hunter, business owner. Okay, that means you're both ways. Beautiful. Please keep it coming. I want to know the large chunk of the class I'm talking to. Keep it coming. Skill hunter. Okay. Obviously, we have more skill hunters. Okay. I saw that, my oh, thank you. Obviously, we have more skill hunters than business owners. Okay, that makes it more interesting. Digital marketing learning, social media management with precise. Glory. Oh, good. Vivian. Beautiful. I see you guys. Okay, so one other thing you're going to do for me, please copy the link. You see that share button, hit on it, copy the link, and then invite somebody that needs to be here. And of course, this particular topic is for everybody, all right? It doesn't necessarily need to be a core member. Now, I'm going to tell you the reason why I mentioned that. This is the one question I answer the most back then when I used to train, especially training in NYSC camps. First question, how do you identify first before going to acquire the skill? How do you know your area where you're supposed to focus? The digital space is very vast, all right? And I'm going to be sharing a personal story. I'm sure you are going to be able to pick things from a personal story I'll be sharing. But trust me, it's a very vast field and you can get lost. I won't even lie to you. You can get lost. You can be caught in that trap of doing a lot of things without actually having one thing to hold on to. And that is a challenge that a lot of people in the digital space are actually having. Trust me. All right. And I'm going to be giving you room to ask questions at the end. So what we are going to do, just to keep the class in order, if you have a question in the course of my explanation, what I want you to do is to write the question somewhere, because if we throw the question in now, I'll definitely miss it. I can promise you that. But if you are asking me the question when I'm calling for it, I'll be able to answer as much as might come. And my time is also limited. So I'll try to make good use of the time we have within. Okay. So before I go ahead, I hope your holiday was fine. So tell me in one word how your holiday was. Awesome, interesting, fun. What other word can I find now? Was it a dirty December? Tell me in one word. How was it? How was your holiday? Dirty December or what? Which one was it? Did you travel? Did you not travel? It was awesome. Was it awesome? Like we say in our church. Instead of awesome, you say awesome. Tell me one word before we just deep dive into what we have today. How was your holiday? How was it? Fantastic. I love that English. Satisfying, obviously. All right. It was short. See this man. Relaxing, especially after NYSC. I know you needed that. Actually, you really needed that. All right. Please, I hope my voice is good and you can see me. It was short. Don't worry, you have enough time to rest. Now you're back. I hope you can see me. My voice is good. Please, if at any point I'm lost or you lose me, please call me back. Just drop a chat. I'll find it. Okay, I see you. I see everybody. All right. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to start by telling you about myself. And I'm going to buttress. I'm going to be doing this. Thank you, blessing. Thank you. Somebody said, the rest of you are not telling me I look good. No problem. Okay, so I'll start by breaking it down into two, just like the topic is, how to identify, which is actually, in my opinion, the most difficult, right? Before how to acquire. How to identify first before how to acquire. And I was just like, if you are confused, it's fine. It's a very safe place to be. Okay. I see you, Yusuf. Thank you. It's a very safe place to be if you are confused. I was confused at some point. I can say that for a whole lot of us that are here or that have found a footing now? All right, so I get to answer this very interesting question whenever I appear on an interview panel. We love your presentation, we love your experience, but your CV is very interesting. Why is my CV interesting? Is because I'm in the digital marketing space, I'm in the learning and development space, but I studied mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering, can you imagine? So I have to start walking the guys through how my history started, how my career history started. So I'm going to share that story with you. And I had a very long call with the executive director of MindtheGap during the Christmas. And all I did was just to tell him thank you. Thank you, because I mean, he picked me up when there was very little tolerance for excellence. But I mean, he picked me up when I actually needed that thing and gave me a chance, as gloriously flawed as I was, right? Gloriously flawed, I must use that word. Now, being back here now and understanding the things I was saying back then, I should give myself a slap. But this was someone that actually gave me a chance, something a lot of employers can't do in this age. Now, I'm going to give you a build of that story. I loved maths back then in secondary school, right? So I went to study engineering. That is what I wanted to study. That has always been my childhood dream. Got admission. I wrote JAM once, luckily. Wrote JAM just once. Even though I didn't write it immediately after SSC. Wrote it just once. Had admission. Started. Even though that is not the school I wanted, but that is what was available. Went to UNIO. After 7 years, 1 year was completely NYM. 1 year was ASU strike and UNIO strike, 1 year. Then I had 1 year spillover because of one course, one elective course. So I spent 7 years in all doing engineering. So when I finished, as a young engineer back then, I would have thought, like every other person would have thought, that the best way to go is to land a job in an oil company. That is where all our heads were, because I mean, oil was still the big thing then, right? So, and so service came 2015, and for service October 2015, and by December I was back home, just like a lot of you. Went back in January. I served in Osun State, Ayedire. Went back in January. I had a lot of do personal projects. It entered this year and left this other year. I wasn't listening to it because I was not interested, right? So that was it. But somehow along the line, I picked up a personal CDS project. Just my schedule officer, what do you call it now? LGI. He kept reiterating into our ears every CDS day. So I just, okay, let me just try something. It's not like I planned it, but let me just see what comes. So I just picked up a personal project to fix a borehole in the locality where I served. I served in Ilogbo, Ayedire. For those of you that are from Osun State, I'm sure you might be able to identify with that name. So in the course of doing this project, NYSC, of course, you need to go out, source for funds, gather up all the details, then get your project done and all of that. So in the course of all those running around, that's when I met Mr. Tayo. He came for the Ileya festival, that is the Salah festival, the one for, I think, August, if I'm not mistaken, the one for August. Then it turned out that we had a conversation sometime in the previous year, maybe somewhere around that November period before I actually went for the Christmas holiday. So, it's a very long story that built up to that. So let me not go into that. So we met, we started talking. Oh, how are you? This, that, how was service here? I told you I came to look for money. He told me, okay, go and break it down and come back. So I broke it down, came back. He offered to host core members on that Saturday. And I was the point person, I was the focal person to do that hosting for all my colleagues that were available that night. He was so impressed. He called Tolu from the Lagos office. Tolu was during the Google Digital Skills program. The time the program was just starting. Called Tolu, told Tolu about me, was so excited, and all of that. After we finished the meetup, he said he wanted to sponsor a Sanford party. Everybody thought it wasn't possible, but he did it. After all and all and all. Okay, what's the next step after NYSC? I told him I'm going back home. Home is Akwa Ibom, but I can be anywhere. Then the Google Digital Skills project was just starting, right? And it didn't really have a form. They had just concluded the pilots. So all he asked was, who is digitally literate? Who is a computer literate? I was the only person that raised a hand in a room of 21 people. And that was it. Submit a CV. Submitted a CV shortly after that. And that was it. By February, I was called upon to handle my first training. Talking to 2,000 plus core members, something I'd not done before in my entire life. I was just a core member. I was just a CDS president who only faced maybe 100 plus people. So this was me having to face 2,000 plus people. It was very scary, trust me. And this was just, the NYSC core members are one of the most unforgiving set of audience you can ever talk to, So learned a lot of that, made a lot of mistakes. Then things rolled over. When things rolled over, it was the program now going full scale. So it was now us in NYSC camps. It was now us looking for people to train. Google announced they were going to train 10 million in 5 years. So it was a big project now. Okay, so I was lost. Like I said earlier, when I think about what I used to say back then, I feel like slapping myself. Right? But trust me, that was someone that gave me a chance to actually grow. Now, if you give me a mechanical engineering job, I don't think I'll take it. But I've had to learn on the job. Now, there were a lot of things to learn. Thankful to the upskilling program from Google. So we had to learn and learn and learn. I shared my catalog of courses I took back then. There are at least 35 courses cutting across several things in the digital space, right? And I was able to find my footing right after a couple of years. In my early days, I was still sneaking back to apply for mechanical engineering jobs. But I can't do that now because I don't have any cognate experience from that angle. Right? So now, the point why I actually shared that story with you is this. You can't completely think it through. All right? Most of you are as confused as I was, right? As confused as I was, and I completely understand. But how are you able to find where your forte is before you begin to find the skills? Now, an opportunity showed up and I embraced it. And here I am. Because I built on that. I even discovered now that I'm a better teacher. My mom used to throw me back in the days how I can be a teacher. I'm a better teacher now than I would have made it in engineering. Trust me. One of my colleagues used to say, I used to train people like I want to keep them on my laps and feed them. I've had to learn all those skills on the job. I wasn't this patient. I wasn't this soft-spoken, right? I was the very erratic type, always angry and all of that. But having to deal with people over time, I've had to learn patience. I've had to learn how to manage people and all of that. And that is a skill that I'm not sure I would have learned it in mechanical engineering, but I've had to learn on the job. Now I can call myself a L&D, learning and development. I'm sure a lot of you possibly have not met that name before, but it's a fancy name for a customized teacher. And what that means there is what you find is a need, you find a need, a learning need, then design a lesson in that aspect, right? But I do mine with digital marketing behind it. Recently started my foundation as well. and we are also skills and training focused. Now, I still ask myself, what if I did not start in this field? Possibly I would have been lost, possibly I would have been confused. I tried learning a few things in between. I tried learning data analysis and all these things. But I just found out that I'm better off in the teaching space, right? Compared to all those other ones. All those ones can just be extra on the side, but I know this is where I have more authority. So how would you know? First of all, so after thinking about how to identify, which is the most important for me, how would you know where to find your footing? First of all, you want to learn, you want to ask yourself just some soul-searching questions. Soul-searching questions. What is my passion? When Pastor Taya used to talk about passion back in the days, it didn't used to sound well in my ears, but being on this other side now, it actually really makes sense. What really do you love? I don't like seeing codes. I get very serious headaches when I see codes. So that means coding is not for me. Anything software engineering is not for me. I'm not part of it. I may have an idea of how to build something out, but my two younger brothers are coding. It's fine, but let me just stick to this my marketing space. All right. So you want to find out where exactly your passion is, where exactly you want to pitch your tents among a lot of things you're learning. Where exactly do you want to pitch your tents? And of course, this is a new year. You want to identify your career goals. When you find out where your passion is, what are your career goals? How long do you want to learn what you want to learn? Let's say you want to pick up data analysis or you want to be a data scientist by the end of this year. Where do you start from? There are courses you can learn for 6 months. Are you going to be able to catch up with that 6 months, or you want to learn it for 1 year? How do you want to break it down? Of course, you need to set goals, break your goals down into months, into weeks, into days, and be sure you're keeping tabs at every point. Be sure you're keeping tabs at every point. Now, the most important thing is no matter the goals you set, if you're not taking the action, you're as good as you didn't even do anything. I'm not very big on setting goals. Like, I mean, all those things sound theoretical to me. I'm more of an action guy. What needs to be done, get it done. Just hit the road running, all right? Hit it. If you need to learn something, like I tell a lot of people, set a learning budget. I personally did not even learn a lot of things in a classroom, right? Everything I've learned in my digital space, apart from maybe when I learned how to use AutoCAD, which I'm not even using right now. That's the only time somebody can help me to teach things. But every other thing outside that, the internet served me, YouTube served me, right? I can break down SEO for you from start to finish. I can break down Facebook marketing for you from start to finish without even opening a note. YouTube is your place. That's your university. Google is your place. If you have a little budget, you can throw it into all these online learning platforms. That too can be a big help. And find you a mentor that can actually, the program that MindtheGap is doing with your core members is very, very useful. So if you have a mentor that you can always run to show you around, you are actually on the advantage side. We were not that privileged when we started off, right? So find a mentor, somebody that can hold your hands during difficult times, and also learn how to network, learn how to collaborate, and learn how to stay adaptable. Things are changing every day. The Google Ads we knew 3 years ago is not the same Google Ads we are doing right now. Same thing with Facebook. Things change, technology changes every 30 seconds. So we heard. All right. So you need to be learning on your toes. All right. You're learning on your toes. Okay. So for time's sake, there's more I can say, but for time's sake, I'm just going to take a pause here to come in to speak. I'm going to take a pause here to answer questions. So if you have any questions in the chat, please throw it in for me, and let me pick them up before I jump off. So any questions? Remember, the most important thing there is to identify first. Find your area of specialty where you're going to be majoring in. If you are applying to a US university, we'll ask you your majors and your minors. So the majors is where you find yourself, right? So I can call myself a learning and development specialist. On the side, I can call myself a digital marketer, right? So learning, teaching digital marketing is what I love doing. And I've tried it a few times. I've worked for a cryptocurrency firm before. I prefer to teach people than to actually practice it. I don't know. I don't know how you feel. I don't know how it feels. You can hear that, right? I prefer to teach. And of course, as a teacher, you're even more grounded than the guy that is practicing it. So you must know everything back there in details. So I prefer to teach. That's just a summary of it. So, and it took me time to actually figure that out. All right. So yeah. So figure it out first, identifying where your place is before actually going for the skill is what matters the most to me. Okay, so let me pick a few questions. How can you reach me basically? My LinkedIn name is Udemobo Ensien, so you can catch me there. Are you saying that one can learn 2 courses? Of course. Yeah, you can. I'm planning to learn something new this year. And that is not because I'm learning because I want to switch. Maybe not. I just want to have an extra skill. Okay, so you can learn as much as you want. And with the AI thing now, so there's information everywhere, right? So you can't completely be lost. You can never be lost. There's information everywhere. As long as you're ready to learn, there's information to learn. Blessing. I hope that helped. Thank you for asking. How can you tell you are in the right career? Of course, there's no perfect answer for that, right? You're the one to actually do that evaluation for yourself. If you find yourself lost, if you find yourself in the wrong place would mean that you're not having the satisfaction there again. I was not having the satisfaction back then when I was actually practicing what I was teaching. It makes me feel like I'm choking. Do you understand, Kelvin? I felt like I didn't really feel myself. I don't really know how to explain it, but I prefer to sit and teach, maybe in a classroom or sit on a system like this and teach you. I get more accolades. I have more confidence when I'm actually teaching compared to actually practicing it. I don't know how that sounds. So you find yourself in the wrong place, get yourself out. Very simple, right? What getting yourself out there would mean is just get a different career, learn a new skill while holding on to something. When you're grounded, you can now move. Kelvin, I hope that helped. Any other questions? I just saw 2 questions here. Okay, knowing the most of us is teaching in school, which of these courses will be easier for us so we can be able to catch up other things? Let me tell you the truth, my brother. There's no easy program in the digital space. Okay, I might say Facebook is cheap. It's not cheap. If you want to learn it as a professional, if you want to know the ins and the outs of it, it's not cheap, my brother. There's a lot to read. There's a lot to read, trust me. Okay, there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to practice. YouTube served me. I used to watch and practice. Okay, so don't think there's an easy way. There's no easy way out. All right, you need to make up your mind that you're going to do it, and then you put in the work and get it done. I hope that helped, John. How do I know which skill to learn first before making a choice on which to focus on? Oh well, you can just do rule of thumb if you don't get to find out a particular one to learn first. All right, pick the one that is closest to you, available. MindtheGap is offering you a myriad of options, so pick the one that appeals most to you. Right? If you get lost along the line, pick another one. All right? There's no harm in trying. There's no harm in trying a lot of things, but first of all, if you define your passion, you won't make that mistake of being tossed up and down. All right, so passion is a defining factor there. I hope that helped, Amara. Would you expect our invitations on LinkedIn? Okay, yes, no problem. Can I learn cloud computing and cybersecurity at the same time? My brother is learning cloud engineering and software engineering at the same time. So I believe you can learn cloud engineering and cybersecurity at the same time. Yes, it's possible if you're ready. It will take a lot from you, of course. A lot of time, a lot of reading, especially cloud engineering. There's a lot of reading to be done. Okay? So if you're ready, please jump on it. And it will pay off, right? I mean, these are high-paying skills. Pay off. I want to ask, so I just started this affiliate marketing business. Please, I need ideas on how to bring people to buy my product, except from paying for ads. Okay, there are no assurances that your ad will convert. Now let me burst your bubble, Mr. Godwin. There are no assurances your ad will convert. You are doing what you need to do. All you can wait is just to do it right, and then be more focused. Make sure your targeting is focused, laser focused. All right, put in a good budget and see what comes. If you are running ads, that means you're already doing what you're supposed to do. And try to make your contents and your copy much more attractive. Make it much more compelling. Then see what comes. There are no assurances, but do what you need to do and do it well. Okay, Godwin, I hope that helped. Was a video recorded? If yes, can it be sent on WhatsApp? I'm sure this is on YouTube, so you can just go back and watch it. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. I kind of like cybersecurity. Can you recommend a good learning platform? I'm not quite sure of any particular one, but I know Coursera, Udemy, and all those places will offer you a piece of it, including Google as well, right? Including Google as well, to offer you a few of those platforms where you can learn cybersecurity. And yeah. Okay. A few more questions. Are we ready? Okay, 2 minutes. A few more questions. I can take maybe 2 more before I jump off. Any other question? Now I have about 7 years in my career history. So if you are confused, don't beat up yourself. Don't beat up yourself. If you are more of a design kind of guy, you can try things like UI UX. After learning graphic design, you can try UI UX. You can try product design along the line. If you are more of a marketing focused kind of guy, try digital marketing. And digital marketing, of course, everybody used to think social media is digital marketing. So start from there. Start from Facebook. Jump into Instagram. Jump into LinkedIn. Start learning how to design your content. Start learning how to write your copies by yourself. Make it compelling without AI. Then when you're more confident, you can now incorporate AI into what you're doing. So add that just to amplify what you do. If you're a web dev, if you love codes, I mean, of course, you don't even need to know how to write codes nowadays to be able to build a website. There are AI website builders, and several domain registrars are actually using it, actually incorporating it into their website. So you can use that, right? So, and if you are a security conscious person, cybersecurity is where you should go. If you are a back-end kind of person, think about cloud engineering and all of that. Okay? Something about turning skills into money. Turning skills into money. Okay, you have the skills, you get a job, or you have the skills, you outsource the skill, you have the skill, you teach the skill. That sounds like it, right? Show SRHOL. I don't know what that means. I hope that made sense. You have the skill first. That's an important thing. Acquire it, be an expert in it. Be a specialist, then outsource it. And there are various freelancing places. You can go there to freelance. Okay, you freelance, get paid, or you are working for an organization, or you start your own business, right? Those are different ways to convert it. Or you can teach it also. Wherever you want to learn anything, please jump on Udemy, Coursera, and all those places. You can start from there. And YouTube. YouTube is that one university that can give you everything. Okay. Register for software development, and I'm also interested in that course. But the challenge is I don't have a system to carry out the training. What would you advise? Well, for software engineering, right, you need a system. So find one. If it's software engineering, you definitely need a system. Please. Okay. Can we get support? What support are you talking about? Is it money? MindtheGap may not have money to give you, but we have skills to impact into you. All right. Yeah. So Mayowa, I'm ready when you are. We may not have money to give you, but trust me, the opportunity MindtheGap is giving to you is beyond money. The skills I acquired during my service is still paying, is still putting food on my table till tomorrow. Shock you, huh? Uh-huh. So I actually embraced an opportunity during services. So don't joke with what MindtheGap is offering to you. Don't joke with it. All right. And I can say that boldly because I'm speaking to a good chunk of core members. So don't joke with it. All right. So the attendance I learned will be shared along the line. So yeah, so just chill a little bit. If you're a business kind of person, data analysis and business analysis, yes, it's combinable as well. Yes, you can combine that. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. My time is fast spent, and I'm glad, I'm happy. I hope you got something out of my short story. And I wish you all the very best out there. My name is Udemabo NYSC, and you can find me on LinkedIn, so you can catch up from there. And yeah. So embrace what is offered to you on a platter of gold. On a platter of gold, oh, trust me, this is a platter of gold. You go out there, you pay a lot of money. Okay, so all the best, guys. And bye. Thank you. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, everybody. Is it just me? Maya, I think your voice is not coming out. Is any other person hearing you?
Maya, I'm unable to hear you.
Maya, I think your voice is not coming out. No, it's not still coming out. If you can hear us. No,
I
it's
can
not.
hear. I'm unable to hear you, Maya.
It's not coming out. If you can see your mouth moving, but no voice. Maybe you should drop off and join back immediately. Nah. We can see you, but we can't hear you.
I can see you. I can hear you, Maya.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was network, and I sincerely apologize for that. Right, on behalf of the network, I apologize. Thank you so much, Mr. Aldemir. That was beautiful, and I want to say thank you so much, everyone that has made our time to be here. Please, can we populate the chat box by saying thank you or give him $10,000, $100,000, any amount you can populate and give to Mr. Aldemir. Please give him in the chat box. We want to say thank you. First of all, don't forget you need to identify what do you want to do. What do you want to do? And I think one of the tools you can use to identify the skills you want to venture into is the SMART goal. The SMART goals. Or you do the SWOT analysis. Both of them can actually help you to identify what you want to venture into entirely. Secondly, for you to identify and also acquire, please, I would advise you, my own take, I would advise you take a skill at a time. first of all, master that skill. Then you go to another one. Don't forget, you have to have passion, like Mr. Odeme rightly said. You have to set goals, like Mr. Odeme rightly said. You need to have to do self-learning. In this generation, what blows and what takes you further is self-learning. You understand, no matter what Mr. Odeme has said right now, he gave you the foundation. He only instigated and planted the seed in you. You need to take it further. Yourself. You're the best advocate and the best tutor of yourself. Second, last, also you also have to do, you have to network. You need to network. If you want to go into web development, you need to get people around you, follow people around you, people that are into web development. You want to go into content creation. What kind of content creation? Those persons are the people that are going to talk. So, MindtheGap has brought a very, 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 very up online program that can help everyone, which we call DEEP. I will not talk about DEEP. I will call the program lead for DEEP to explain further, because we have 3 courses we're going to be taking for everyone who joins the series, everyone within and outside. If you have friends, we're going to be having versatile facilitators taking you on different courses, and it's for free. It's going to be starting this month end, and I know you don't want to miss. And if you have not registered yet, please, I believe the admins are listening to us. Help us. Send those links. Send it for people to start registering again. Every of your presidents, if none of them have sent the this program to you for you to register, then hold them accountable. It has been sent to them. If they have not sent it, reach out to them to get the link and to also register, because the program is starting in good time and very quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of your time, thank you to Mr. Odeme, but we have also Madam Ruth Lucas Dayo, all the way from Kaduna. She will be talking to us and telling us very briefly on the DEEP program. And if you're not busy, please can we welcome Madam Ruth Lucas Dayo. The stage is yours.
Good morning, everyone. All right, so please, I need to confirm if everyone can hear me. Okay, it's my great pleasure to be here to talk to beautiful people like you, and a great opportunity to be given the floor to also add 1 or 2 experiences to the ones you have also acquired yourselves. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, the topic for today is actually a very captivating one, and which is, how do you identify and then acquire an important digital skill in this year 2025? It's a new year, of course, and I know most of us must have set our goals, our aspirations, name it again, our interest, yes. But then, in all, how do you figure out which exactly is most important for you to what? To develop yourself, to stand you out amongst the crowd. Remember, a skill is very important. It is one of the tools we need to what? To differentiate ourselves out of what? The thousands or even millions of people. But then these skills, how do you identify which particular one is best for you? And that's what brings us today to a very important topic. Okay, so I'll just introduce myself a few about the experiences I have earned in these few years I've been on earth. Okay, so yes, let me introduce myself by saying my name is Lucas Ruth Dayo. I am a graduate of the prestigious Covenant University. I studied economics as my first degree, with a master's degree as well in statistics and data analysis. But along the line, as a youth like yourselves, I was not satisfied with what I have, even having gained all these qualifications. I didn't find myself in the exact position that that I figured out for myself, or rather that I dreamed of while growing up. And that made me to what? To delve into different sectors of the economy to work. I have worked in health sector. I have worked in the telecommunication sector. I've also worked in the business sector as well. But out of all these sectors, I think the telecommunication sector was actually the big hit for me that shaped my path to the particular career that I have decided to choose today. Okay, so let me just talk a little about how did I find myself working with MindtheGap. You know, as a little child, I have always had a flair for humanity. And having completed my NYSC, I was posted to Bauchi State. I served in Wailu Camp. For those of you core members, yes, Bauchi State core members, I hail you. All right, okay, so for those of you serving in Bauchi State, of course you know Wailu Camp. You know, so I found myself in Wailu Camp, and then after the 3 weeks camp, I was posted to Bauchi Town, luckily. In Bauchi Town, I served in a secondary school. But something struck in the secondary school. I noticed that a couple of these students, I was given a class to teach economics and commerce. But I see that a lot of these SS1, SS2 to SS3 actually leave their original teachers and then they prefer to flock around me. And I wonder, like, what exactly, what's so different about me that makes this student to flock around me and then neglecting other teachers? Well, I say that with all humility. One day, in my one-room apartment, I had to think through it. Like, could it be there's something so significant and different about me that's making this student to tilt towards coming to me? And that led me to join the Red Cross Society. And I joined Red Cross, and then from there, I had to put up a session on my own to just train the students on what I am being taught in the Red Cross. Red Cross, yes. And then from there, my flair and the interest in humanity capacity building and development actually kickstarted fully. All right, so without wasting much of our time, we'll just delve deeply into what the topic of today is, which is how do you identify and acquire the most important digital skills for 2025? Well, I know that choosing a digital skill can be very daunting. It can be very difficult for some. It can be very confusing for some. Whichever one or whichever category you find yourself. Yes, I understand because we are all different individuals. Okay, so, well, for now, let's look at it. How do you even choose it? Firstly, before choosing, you must be able to what? To identify. Now, the only person that can identify for you is you yourself. You must have sat down by yourself, or you need to sit down by yourself and ask yourself, which of these digital skills do I think will work best for me? Or do I think if found taking it up, or if found doing it, will make my future a lot brighter? And that has actually made me to divide these steps into three. Now we have three possible ways for you to identify your skills. These skills, we have the tech-focused skills, we have the creative and communication skills, and lastly, we have the general skills. Now for the tech-focused skills. For tech-focused skills, it's actually a technology advancement type of skill where we find ourselves trying to advance technology in all possible ways that we can. And these are courses such as data-driven skills. We also have cloud computing. We also have cybersecurity. We have automation skills. These are the possible skills that can help advance technology. Mind you, I am talking about the first one, which is what? The tech-focused skills. Yes, we also have a couple of them. We have the software development, we have the web development, name it. We have so many of them, but they all tilt towards what? The tech-focused skill. Everybody knows that the world has been limited to a small village now, especially with the advancement of technology. And so nobody should be left behind. In this day and era, no one should be left behind without having a digital skills. I am talking to you especially as core members because the 4 walls of the university you have been through is not enough for you to chase that particular job that you are looking for. Employers these days don't want to limit themselves to only the certificates that you have. You must be able to distinguish yourself with a particular digital skill. Now, also in these digital skills, there are also hierarchy, mind you. Yes, I say that again. In this particular digital skill, digital world, digital economy, there are also what? Hierarchies. You need to be able to identify which of these digital skill best suits you and will make you stand out of the crowd, or make you stand out from the crowd, will make you stand out in every circumstance that you find yourself. That when people look at you, they don't even need you to speak. It is all written all over you because you carry the whole aura of that distinguished skill. All right, I move to the second one, which is the creative and communication skills. Yes, creative and communication skills. A couple of you will say, I can't face the crowd. I can't face. Yes, I did the same thing, especially when I started. I want to thank, just want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. Tayo Oloshunde, the CEO of MindtheGap, who gave this opportunity. I didn't see myself like someone who could actually address 100 of people, let alone say thousands of people. But here am I today. Like the first speaker rightly said, the most unforgiving set of people are actually the core members. So if you make your mistakes with core members, believe me, you are just in for it. But hey, if we don't give ourselves this platform to grow, if we don't give ourselves this opportunity to grow, how best then can we grow? All right. So, creative and communication skill. For creative and communication skills, we have a lot of skills attached to it, but I'll just mention a few. Amongst the few, we have the content marketing, and obviously, every one of you have access to social media, and you will find yourself engaging in a particular algorithm that shows up on, say, take example, Instagram. I'm a very good fan of Instagram. So you see a couple of, maybe for somebody who takes Instagram and who takes pleasure just surfing the internet, mostly in Instagram. You just see that because of the way you keep surfing, a lot of algorithm will just pop up. Why? Because they've been able to study your area of interest, what interests you in what you watch on Instagram, and then it just pops up. But have you sat down to really think about it? How do these people put together their content? Yes, it takes a whole lot. How do they put up this content? And then you are so glued and you keep engaging with whatever content that is being posted. All right, so we also have like the likes of video editing and then production. In fact, that is a very marketable skill for now. It is one skill that is in high demand now. Video editing, production. Yes. So for you core members who are into that, I celebrate you because it's one of the skills I actually want to learn too. So if I get anybody who could actually volunteer to do that, it would be like a plus to me. Okay, and then lastly, we have the general skills. Yes, I call it the general skills because this encompasses a lot of skills that we as individuals have within ourselves. We have the problem solving, the critical thinking. Yes, problem solving, critical thinking. And then we also have people who study the project management. This is also in line with what? With a problem solving. You identify a problem in a community or somewhere, and then you by yourself put up a plan from the planning to the execution. Of course, which implies that you are actually making use of your what? Your problem-solving skills. Having identified the problem, you move ahead from what? From ideation to what? To the planning, from the planning to the execution. And then importantly, after execution, you find yourself, especially for those of you who have a personal CDS project. Yes, you have a personal CDS project or even CDS projects that you run in your various CDS groups. Yes, before you carry out the project, obviously you must have done a lot of brainstorming together. You must have, be it individually, be it maybe collectively, you must have done a lot of what? Brainstorming. And then brainstorming leads to what? To planning. And then from planning, you move ahead down to what? To the execution stage. And then we also have what? The lifelong learning. The lifelong learning implies that you shouldn't stop at just one particular skill. If you have a lot of people, maybe most people will say, oh, I have these skills. It is not enough. It is not enough. I say it again, it is not enough for you for you to beat your chest and be relaxed. You need like 2 to 3 skills to be able what? To confidently beat your chest that you have done well for yourself. Yes, communication skill is one of the most recent skill I just picked up. And little did I know that I could even face crowd. I used to be the shy type. I used to be the very, very reserved type. I used to, please, I don't want, no. But then here I am. MindtheGap has given me the great platform to what? To speak to thousands of core members. And I'm not taking this for granted. And I'm also putting it out to you as core members because you never can tell where you find yourself. Please do everything possible to pick up a skill. And that is why our beautiful DEEP program, the DEEP program, which is the Digital Economy Employability Program, is actually what? Focused on core members picking up a skill to distinguish themselves what? In the labor market. Yes, like I said earlier, it's not enough for you what? To get a certificate. You should be able to differentiate or distinguish yourself with 1 or 2 or maximum of what? 3 skills. Yes, because in the digital economy as it is right now, skills is the most celebrated of all hard work, of all what, of all favor work. You still have what to demonstrate your competency with a distinguished or an outstanding skill. So yes, and that brings me to a very beautiful quote that I will leave you with. That it is the future that you envisage. You cannot feature in a future that you don't dream. I'll take it again. You cannot feature in a future you don't dream. You must have a dream, but in that dream, you must what? You must be able to feature in that future of that particular dream. And the best skills for me are the skills that align with your passion. You must have a passion. You must have goals. You must have what? Aspiration. Do your research. Do your research. Find a mentor. Attach yourself to a mentor. And what? And then choose an area of specialty where you know, even when you are fast asleep and anybody comes tapping you up, oh, can I have a help here? You can do it just what? In a snap of a finger. All right, so yes, that brings me to the end of my talk, rather. Yes, my talk concerning how you can pick or what, how you can identify or acquire the most important digital skills in 2025. Remember, it's a new year. We are kickstarting a new year. I know, okay, a lot of us must have written down our goals, our aspirations, our dreams. Yes, dream big. But in your dreaming, please do not forget that you need to what? To be able to accommodate that big dream with a distinguished skill. And these skills are what? We have firstly the tech focus skill, which you must identify. Some of it are what DEEP is all about. We have platform where core members can learn on digital skills in areas such as web development, we have cloud computing, we have software development, we even have MS Word for those of us who don't even know how to navigate through our computers. Yes, we have MS Word, where you can learn diploma, you can have a diploma learning what? Being introduced to what? Microsoft Access. Yes, we have that too. We also have the likes of cybersecurity, we have data science, we have data analysis and visualization, we have product design, we have product management, just name it all. We have a couple of them on Deep. So I would like to employ you in this 1 year, make it a year of impact on yourselves as core members. Please do not waste that 1 year. During my own service year, I think I picked up a skill, and the skill was what? I had to learn sewing. Yes, even though at the moment I'm not practicing it anymore, but I chose at that time because I just had to make use of what? Of my 1 year. And then I chose what? A skill. And that skill was what? Sewing. But you have the opportunity right now of what? Of choosing a digital skill that is quite marketable and can even stand you out internationally. Yes. So please make use of our deep program and register on it. For those of us CDS presidents, you are advised to actually also speak about the deep program to what? To your core members. Yes, we have the link for you to join. There is no limitation. You can join in as much as you have the interest. And we have all the courses that can accommodate your interest. It is not limited for you to choose just one. You can actually choose what? More than that.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Ruth Lucas. If you can hear me, please,
Yes,
can you help me?
and then
All right, can you hear me?
also, yes. So over to you, Mayowa,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
while I wait their questions.
Can you hear me? Can
Yes,
you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you, Mayowa.
All right, thank you
I
so
can hear
much,
you,
Madam
Mayowa.
Lucas. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, can we celebrate Ruth Lucas Dio, the community manager for Kaduna State? Thank you so much for that. Thank you for showing us
Thank you.
that you have to identify, you have to move steps that we can use to identify and acquire digital skills. Thank you so much. Much emphasis on the deep program, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the main thing why we are having this conversation, the deep program. the DEEP program. While this topic has come up is because we want you to identify. So it's first of all you identifying a skill, and now let us go into acquiring. What do you want to do? What do you have passion for? This is what we are talking about. What do you want to do? It is where you start identifying. Now, where do you think you have the area of strength? It's where you start to identify. Where do you think you can explore? It is where you start to identify. Now, you cannot identify when you don't have passion for it, right? So out of all of these, you need to identify the things you want to go into. Not because your friend is going into content creation, you want to go into content creation. Do you have the skills? Do you have the technical know-how? Do you have the passion? Have you been watching videos for you to create content? Have you started content, right? These are things you should always put at the back of your mind before going to start something. Now, we have come with everything that we can help you out with. Now, we have brought up a couple of courses, like she made mention, MS Word, digital marketing, web design, and so on and so forth. If you have not registered, the link has been posted in the chat box. Please go deep there to register. If you know you have a friend that would want to learn, please. What I would even advise everyone listening to me right now is to get an accountable partner. Get an accountable partner. Create a group of accountable partners, accountable friends. Ask the friend, if I don't succeed in this month, if I don't learn this thing this month, hold me responsible. That is what we should look now. That is what we should look now. And also, we are also available for guidance, for mentorship. We are all here. You have your community managers, you have the schedule officers, you have your presidents too, right? You have all of us on the call. The HQ now, headquarters. We have Mr. Odeme. Please, Mercy, you can drop my LinkedIn handle. You can drop your LinkedIn handle, Mercy. You can drop Mr. Odeme LinkedIn handle. Drop Mr. Bukumi LinkedIn handle. Mrs. Ruth, especially you can even drop Mr. Tayo's LinkedIn handle. Very, very important. Yeah, we're talking about mentorship. Very, very important. We are here to guide. We are here to handhold you. Let's have a conversation when you need it. Let's talk about these things. Now, don't forget, it's not enough for you to talk the talk, but it is enough for you to talk and do. So the doing is where you acquire these skills. Now, don't think it's going to be bed of rosary when you start applying for these skills. You have to take much time. You have to pay attention to your discipline skills. It is very, very important. You need to be committed, you need to be competent, and you need to be able to communicate rightly. This is the things you need to actually put yourself together for you to get the DEEP program. Don't forget, there's other side attractions you're going to get. From this DEEP program. One, you're going to get certificate. You're going to get self-development. Thirdly, you're going to get mentorship. These are very important things you should know. The DEEP program is a free course. Is a free course powered by MindtheGap. This is not just a one-off course. We're trying to say that we need you to acquire skills. We don't want you to just come here and just pass by your 1 year. No, listen. If you're not listening to me, listen presently. Once you've registered for that group with the link, once you have registered for DEEP program with the link, what you do next, they are going to add you to the WhatsApp group where your facilitators are going to be there. Then you're going to be communicated from there on. We're not just saying just register. It's not a one-off thing. It's something we've done last year. We finished with the last batch. Right now, we're starting it all over again. And it's going to go for a full 1 year stretch. And if you have not heard it, you can do it. You can give it to members that are not even our CDS members. Yes, because we do this. Spread it out. You be an advocate of this good news, right? If you love your friends, hold them accountable. And now, let me tell you something. Once you've enrolled for this course, please, what you should do, outside of what the lecturer or the facilitator has taught you, go and do self-development, do self-study. Don't wait. When they teach you A, go start studying about B. So when the B is being taught, you already have an idea of where your direction is going into. Don't forget, you need to know where you want to go for. Don't just go because you want to do everything. No, take one course. I advise take one. When you are done with that one, go to another one. So you don't model these things up. For example, I started learning web development some 3 years ago. And when I learned web development, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't take me 2 weeks to know that is not my calling. It didn't take me 2 weeks because I knew this side. You're not the type that will sit down, face a computer. But when it comes to branding, when it comes to communication, when it comes to project management, hello, where do you want to function? Do you know where you are? That is where you need to start with the SWOT analysis. Know what you want to do, what's your passion, what's your strength, what's your weakness, what are your threats, what are your opportunities. When you're done with that, then you jump into the SMART goals. What are the specific things I want to achieve? Are they measurable? Are they realistic? Are they time bound? When you do all of these things, it helps you to get your passion. It helps you to get your passion. These are simple tricks that helps everyone who is trying to identify passion and purpose in life. SMART goals and SWOT analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, get a tech skills. And one thing you should also know is, please ensure you have someone who you're under his or her mentorship. Ensure you're under someone who is mentoring you. It could be a direct mentorship and it could be an online mentorship. So who are you following? Okay, I want to be a project manager. Who are the people I'm following? Who are the top people that are into project management? Yeah, that is how you do it. And that is what you do. You don't just do it in isolation. How many videos do I watch? How many videos how many courses am I taking at the time to do this? That is how you acquire. Once you have identified by using your SWOT analysis, you have your passion, you know what you want to venture into, you've used your SMART goals. Now you acquire. How do you acquire? You take online courses, you go for tutorials, you go for networking, you go for conferences, you do all of these things. It builds you up and builds the capacity you are in need of. You don't do it in isolation, you do the do. And that is what we call the realistic part of it when you want to acquire. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not registered, please, I want you to populate your WhatsApp group and populate your WhatsApp groups, populate what's it called? Your status, populate your social media handles by spreading the link to register to your guys. And if you know, I am opening it up. If you know you are a professional already in all of this field and one of these field and you're very good and you want to also be a facilitator, please, you should reach out to the DM, any of the social media platform of MindtheGap. Reach out, or your community manager, tell them you want to talk to Mr. Mayowa, Miss Mercy, your community manager, Miss Lucas, Bright, Mr. Femi, Lori, all your community managers. Reach out to them to contact us. We are ready to work with you to make this impact to everyone who is on the call and the generation at large. Don't forget, your unique ability is very important. You need to identify your unique ability and for us to make the fullest of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have any question? I think I've just taken 2 more questions before we leave here because our time is fast spent. Please don't just be an onlooker. Let us connect on LinkedIn. Please, let's connect on LinkedIn at Odetayo David David Mayowa. And let's communicate and let's talk. You can connect with the rest of us and let's talk about these things. It is very important. Please, very, very important. Take a skill, and take a skill. It is very important. 2025 is already on the run. What are you doing? What are you doing? What course are you doing? What course are you doing? So I'm just going to take just 2 questions before we call it a day. 2 questions before we call it a day. I'll take the 2 questions from Madam Lucas. If you have a question, please, you just type it. Our time is fast spent. But I believe you have learned something today. Please, if you have learned something today about identifying a skill and also acquiring a skill, please, can you put it down here for us to know? And trust me, MindtheGap has a whole lot of programs that are ongoing presently. It has a whole lot of programs that are ongoing presently. I would want to announce to you that we also have a program this evening on our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, go subscribe. And Mr. Tayo Olotunde is a keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss how to make use of your service here. There is so much that is happening. The national president is the one championing that, and you can see that we are actually pushing. If you have not registered for that too, please go and register. It is very important that you learn. Make it a theme. What we say in leadership is that every leader is a lifelong learner. You learn every day. What are you learning? How are you improving? If I see you the same way next week and nothing has been added into what you can do and what you are, then something is wrong. Then you're not been learning anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to okay. The program is this week, but not today. Right? The program for the national CDS president and Mr. Tayo speaking. Just ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you get the notification and turn up the notification. Turn on the notification and you're going to be aware of it. Right? Just turn up the notification and you're going to be aware of it. Please, if you have not done that, please do it. And like I normally say, conversations like this and topics like this are not meant for everybody. but only a few that also want to take a move and want to be better than what they are would seize opportunities like this. And I know everyone on this call want to seize opportunity to be better. Please seize opportunity to be better and take advantage of these courses. Without no questions we're having, okay, the event is going to be on the 16th of January. 16th of January. So please, 16th of January, that course is going to start. And stay put to deep program and be a beneficiary of it. Without no question, we want to say thank you to everyone who has made our time here. Don't forget, let us all connect. Follow MindtheGap on all social media platforms. We are going to have a spent year, a very good spent year. When I mean that, we're going to be having diverse program. This program is going to be running, and it's going to be running with full flesh. You're going to be seeing feedback. You're going to be seeing success stories. Madam Lucas is at your back and call. Whenever you need anything, you reach out to her. She and her team, they are ready to make this happen. So reach out to her at any time. The Kaduna State, she's the community manager for Kaduna State. Right. So you can help us send the attendance list again, the attendance link again. So please, this year, make up your mind not to just join the National CDS meeting because you want to feel attendance, but make up your mind that when you're coming here, you're going to come here to learn something. We promise that this year, National CDS is going to be very, very professional. We're going to get speakers that are actually expressive, that would help you, to guide you to pick up a skill and for you to be better than what you are. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell yourself, I must be better than what I have. I must be better than what I am. I must be better than what I was. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you to the back end team. Thank you to Mr. Tayo. Thank you to everyone who has made this day come to pass. And we believe that to all our amazing core members cut across all of the states, you guys have made this day and made this National CDS a success. Thank you for being part of National Digital Onboarders CDS and DL for All, because we are going to go straight into DL for All very soon, nationwide. So please, ladies and gentlemen, do well to register for the deep program. The link is there, and we're going to do something. We're going to send this link to all groups through your president. So if your president is not in the national president's group and your ESCOs are not in the national ESCOs group, then something is wrong. You need to ask them, why are they not there? Because so much information is passed there and they are not passing it to you. So reach out to them, hold them accountable, and that will be what we are going to do this year. Make sure you have an accountable partner. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here and making our time to be here. So many persons did not attend, but you are, and that is one of the things that makes us know that you are one of the best and the unique youths we have in the world today. Tell yourself you are unique and you're the best for your generation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you on LinkedIn. See you when we see you next National CDS meeting, and also see you on the Deep program. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye. Thank you so much for joining, and we see you next National CDS meeting. Thank you to all our facilitators. Thank you to everyone who has made our time. Thank you to MindtheGap. Thank you to everybody behind the backstage. You made this day happen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.